The hell? A freaky went backwards. Hello. My judgment. Hello. Let's go over our country's community standards to remind us of a few important things. I'll try to summarize this for you. Homicide is basically when one person causes the death of another person. I know that. There are two types of homicides. Non-culpable. Culpable homicide is when somebody is blameworthy of another person's death, not is the opposite. How can someone not be blameworthy? Well, simulations like self-defense with justified force and just self-defense. Anyways, if you want to read the board, go ahead, click to continue. A person commits homicide. A person commits homicide when directly or indirectly by any means causes the death of a human being. Kinds of homicide. 2. Homicide is culpable. Non-culpable homicide. Homicide that is not culpable is not an offense. Culpable homicide is a murder idea. Person commits. I don't know what to do here. Causes the death of a human being by means of unlawful act. A person commits culpable homicide when he causes the death of a human being by means of any unlawful act, like criminal negligence, by causing that human being by threats or fear of violence, or by deception to do anything that causes his death. Alright, go on our next topic. Murder is serious offense. It is mandatory life sentence. Whoa, no kidding! Are we in Canada? Well, I am in Canada. Murder is a first degree murder when it is planned. Second degree murder is only when... I didn't finish reading it! Parole. Not much, keep reading if you want. Culpable homicide is murder, where the person who causes the death of the human being means to cause culpable homicide is a murder where the person who causes the death of a human being means to cause his death or means to cause bodily harm that he knows is likely to cause his death and is reckless whether death ensures or not, where a person meaning to cause death to a human being or meaning to cause him body harm that he knows is likely to cause him his death, and reckless and being reckless whether death ensures or not by accident or mistake causes death to another human being, not with understanding that he does not mean to cause another person's death, to cause another human's to cause death or bodily harm to that person, or C, if a person for a unlawful object does anything that they know is likely to cause a death, and by doing so causes the death of a human being, even if they desires to affect their object without causing or death or bodily harm to any human being. Murder is the first degree murder. Murder is first degree murder or second degree murder. Murder is first degree when it's planned or deliberate. Punishment for murder. Deliberate. Punishment for murder. Everyone who commits first degree murder or second degree murder is guilty of indictable offense and shall be sentenced to imprisonment for life. I don't know what that says. Oh, I forgot. Sometimes people do not have any intent in causing death, like reckless behavior, which affects sentencing. So, there is no mandatory minimum sentence. Expect when a firearm is used, then it's minimum 4 years. Judges have flexibility to consider the context, such as remorse or whether it was an accident. Last thing, this is where things get fuzzy. No way. There are some cases where may not be a criminal responding for murder on account of mental disorders. Instead, they go for a review board for declusion. The accused can be detained to a hospital or even conditionally or abusively, obviously discharged if they are not threat to the public. Make sure to read the board. It's important to understand. Click to continue. Varndux. What even is this? How do I say this?
Verdict.
Oh, verdict of not criminally responsible on account of mental disorder, where the jury or the judge of or provincial court judge where there is no funds that an accused committed the crime, committed the act, or made the omission. Obsession? Was that meant to say obsession or omission? Omission that formed the base of the offense charge. What does this say right here? What is this? What is this? Right here. BASIS of the offense charge. Offense charge, but was at the time suffering from mental disorder, so as to be exempt from criminal responsibility by virtue of subsection 16. The jury or the judge shall render a verdict that the accused committed that the act or made the omission, but it is not criminally responsible on account of mental disorder. Please don't tell me to read more. Alright, I think you're ready. Please tell me I can do this, please. I'll see you tomorrow, eh? Sure. What do I look like? Hello, again. How are ya? Alright, let's get on with our business. You're a little late. I'm late to a court? To murder? You will be reading court cases to help you make your judgment. I'm going to jail, man. I'm not fighting this. I'm going to jail. Don't worry, I've made them shorter for your convenience. Just a side note, sometimes these cases can be pretty sad. No shit. It's important to not let your emotions get in the way. Think like a judge. Always consider both sides to make the right decision. Use the community standards to justify your decisions. Without further ado, let's get started with your first case. No! Review Shaggy and Civ Florida.